All right, you guys, away we go. Everybody, anybody, all the special somebodies, you know who you are. We'll start doing the shout-outs after I look and see whoever, but I know Alan and Monique, and of course, always shout out to the mom for who all things are possible. Okay, speaking of somebodies, you know, back with my girl, Double D, Debra Dangerfield, Debbie Does. Check out the channel, Everybody eats when Corey eats. Everybody eats when the cutie eats. You know it's Spider-Man, brand new day, long form review, probably spoilers. We're going to talk about this. We are going to get into this. I won't give away the end, but we're going to talk in depth about this. All right, the review with the cutie. Debra, give them the review. We've told them where they can see you. Let's go.
I love the movie. It actually had a lot of action. We saw it in a really big screen.
Dolby!
And it was up close
Recommend.
and personal. And within the first 5 minutes of me watching it, I just remember being in awe. It felt like I was watching it with 3D glasses, but I didn't have 3D glasses on. And so that was the first thing I noticed, the sound. You know, they have the vibration in the seats, all that stuff going on. So it was very much like a full experience of watching the movie from the very beginning. And it was really just a ton of excitement. Like, there weren't even a lot of lulls in the action. There were just enough lulls to kind of tell the story and keep it going. I was curious where they were going to go with the story given the ending for the last one, the last Spider-Man. So, I mean, the movie, as far as like the love story and stuff that they talk about or they go through with Spider-Man and MJ, you know, it's kind of a mixed bag. Like it always is. It's like there's parts of it that you were rooting for them, and then there's parts that make you cry. So I am still hopeful. So that was one thing.
Like you said, we're getting into it, guys. We're getting into it.
Spoilers,
We're
but
getting into it.
I am hopeful for Spider-Man and MJ in the future, for what will happen or what could happen. So that's a good thing. So it definitely had a good ending. I always like a good ending. I don't like it when they leave on a bad ending. I will say, for me, the cameos, all the different cameos that came in, like watching the Punisher was just supreme. I mean, he's always great in everything he does, but
now you're talking about John Barenthal.
Yes, John Barenthal.
Who plays John Barenthal?
Yeah,
shout out.
Frank Castle is. I mean, anybody who watches any of these knows who Frank is.
Yeah.
So, and his character is just great, and so I really liked to see the feed back and forth that him and Spider-Man had, with them both kind of being, you know, that kind of same, a little bit the same style, but very different views on how they like handle it. And so it was a really good story. The story writing was really good too. So it wasn't just great action, it actually had really good writing in it. And the scenes with MJ and him were just really, it got me. And it was very much a roller coaster ride emotionally with the scenes with him and MJ, because it's like you could feel like it's just like right there, and then it was like, you know, it's like so close. And it's just like with Always, you were just always rooting for them. So I am hopeful and excited to see the next one. So it was a great movie, and I will definitely see it again when it comes out to stream, and probably buy it to have for the family so we can watch it whenever. But it was an amazing movie, and I have to say, Tom Holland is, I mean, it's funny because when you see him from growing up, like in The Impossible, and when he was a little kid and all that stuff.
Yeah, give him the shot.
He's an amazing, and not just an amazing actor, but the things that he has done, like he just says he's going to do it. He said he was going to be a Spider-Man, and he does it, and he does all these things, and we've watched him kind of grown up in this role, him and MJ together, so it really is this neat feeling that kind of pulls you into their world, because you know that, you know, Tom Holland and Zendaya are together in real life. So it's like even on screen you can feel that chemistry that they have, and you still get the goosebumps and stuff and are rooting for them. It is amazing how far he's come as an actor. And I have to say, physically, he looked amazing. I mean, I
just hope that he's healthy, because he put on some elements.
That's the only
and
thing
same thing I wanted to say about Alan Richmond too.
Yeah.
Now he's obviously a lot bigger, but if they are on steroids, totally cool, guys. I mean, you gotta be, but do it safe. Please be safe, you guys. Please be safe.
I hear all these stories where like Hugh Jackman,
Tom
where
may
he
have done
like
it naturally.
suffers to get
if you're
fit
doing
for the
it
role.
naturally, you can get.
So if that's your natural like fitness level,
Tom is jacked. Tom is jacked. And we did Motor City. Alan Richmond, of course, is
But
Alan Rickman is like all
yeah,
himself.
he's definitely grown up in front of us all, and it was just a great joy to watch, and I really needed it. Like, if you want a really good feel-good movie to see, even though there's like emotional roller coasters, and I bawled, I cried in the movie, I will have to say the other people that are in the movie, the other characters, like the Jean Grey, the girl that was in Stranger Things.
Yes,
I can't remember
shoot, I think it's like Sophia something, but I'm not
she's a
sure.
redhead. She's
Shoot, it
really
went
good.
Brayden knew it right off the top of his
She
head.
does an amazing job.
From
as
Stranger
Jean
Things,
Grey.
the redhead in Stranger Things.
And yeah, it was just the dialogue between them. It was really just supreme acting. Everything flowed. I would definitely give it 5 stars, like absolutely 5 stars. Yeah, and action movies, I love action movies, so I'm always going to grade them a little bit higher, but for me, 5-star movies are movies that I will watch anytime I see them on again in the future and watch it from beginning to end. So if I ever have an opportunity to see it again, I won't hesitate, I won't turn it, I'll watch it again. So, and, you know, there are a few series like that for me, and Spider-Man has definitely become one of those. So, yeah, I'll watch him in the future. And the Hulk was amazing in it too. I mean, there were a lot of really good characters that they brought back, but yeah, it was an amazing movie.
5 out of 5 from DD. 5 out of 5 from my girl DD. All right, are you good? You want me to jump in for a little bit? Okay, now I think this might be a little surprise for Debra. She may have known this is my second time watching this. I had to go, and that's why I was cool with missing the beginning for a little bit, having to wait on those pretzels.
I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, no, don't feel bad at all. Don't feel bad at all. Okay, so number one, and unfortunately this is a little strike. So everybody got because I did a 1 right out of the theater.
You've already done a review?
I did it very short. I did it really short out of the theater. Okay, so and I gave it 2.75 out of 5. I said swing and a miss. We're gonna get it. I told you. Are you
gonna adjust that score?
I'm gonna address that all the way. Now on second watch, because of what they did right, which I addressed in the thing, which I addressed quickly in the thing. So this time now, 3 out of 5. And because it got up, because there is rewatchability. This is one you can have fun with and you can rewatch. Okay, let's get into this. This is why I feel the way I feel. 1, they missed out on a huge thing. Okay, I have seen this in my first one I saw it in 3D. The 3D was spectacular, especially anytime that the city swinging was amazing. And any action scene with Spider-Man was absolutely incredible. I mean, just amazing in 3D. I'm a 3D loving fan, so I'm extremely harsh on it. But the 3D when on the action scenes for Spider-Man were amazing. But I lost out because the 3D was fantastic, but the sound sucked. The sound sucked in the theater. No, I'm saying when I first saw it, because it was not in Dolby, so this is where they missed out, because they do Dolby 3D. And had they done it, this easily would have been a 4 out of 5, if not higher for me. Had it been in Dolby 3D, because Dolby set it to another level. You need that sound. You need it shaking. This theater needs to shake at certain scenes. And there is some scenes where he's going through stuff, especially
my butt shook.
Yes. And if they would have had the 3D coming out, because the 3D was spectacular.
It felt 3D to me.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. But they do Dolby in 3D, and that's why they missed out huge. Because it would have been perfect. So they lose a half on that. Okay, my one shout out I am giving, acting. Tom Holland rocked. He acted his ass off in this. And they did it. And it took. I'm first giving the shout out to my son. He pointed this out to me first, because growing up, I was the Tobey fan. That's where I got. And in the first movie, because their first movie hit me right, because I was right that age. I was born in 1980.
I love all the Spider-Man.
Yeah. So, but the first movie it hit me right, and he was, and the way that Tobey did it. It all just worked for me. And I did first feel, when they first put Andrew in, nothing against his performance, I was judging the movies. More like, why are we doing this? Like, we could have kept, but now, going back, dude, Andrew, unfortunately, Andrew runs circles around everybody. Andrew, I have to give him his props again. This is first coming from my son. My son noticed it first, and then I had to look. And when you see them in No Way Home, you see Andrew just runs circles around them. And I hope, and unfortunately, I feel like Toby, especially in No Way Home, I hopefully I'm totally wrong, but it felt like in his performance, and I've watched it multiple times, and I do want to watch it again, but it felt like he did not care. And he was just kind of there like, all right, fine, I'll go and do this. But it felt like he was over it. And I've heard he's going to be in Doomsday, and it's already too late because they're just in the editing now.
You're comparing
it's already
the
too late,
Spider-Man's acting against each other?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not fair. They're different.
I know. But this, I'm sorry, to circle around, this goes too fast because Tom, Tom can act his ass off, and he did. And Zendaya, I gotta give her, because a lot of people say that she's just a one-face actress, but if you watch the drama and you watch this one, dude, she gets a chance to actually show some range. And dude, in that, even though I saw it coming a mile away, her scene where she turns and you find out that it's what's going on, dude, she is rocking. I bought in 100%. Like, you villain, freaking villain, because she acts when she turns it. Yeah, so dude, yes, and John Barenthal 100% acted his butt off. Okay, so there we go. We get into that. Acting was great. The highs were so high. They got Spider-Man so right and did so many great things with Spider-Man, and that's where you get the rewatchability. The Spider-Man stuff is fantastic, and there is good story. There is good story in it. So there are many things, and that's why I say, yes, if you want to watch it, go see it in the theaters. I would still do Odyssey first. If you have a choice between Spider-Man and the Odyssey, I would say Odyssey, and then go see Spider-Man. But yes, see it in theaters, see it in Dolby, pay the extra. I'm sorry, but you need the sound. The theater has to shake. The theater needs to shake. Okay, so here's where we get into some of my dislikes.
You already went for dislikes.
No, I haven't said anything. I said my thing, but I haven't said anything that I dislike.
You gave
I gave my likes. I just did all my shout outs.
Oh,
I
thought you
the
were
acting was
giving your
fantastic.
dislikes.
The acting was fantastic.
Okay.
No, because if I'm going to give a low score, I got to tell everybody why. Okay, so in the beginning, before the movie starts, I don't know if everybody will get this, but Tom comes on and he goes, "We did this for you guys. This film is for you guys." That's not what I felt watching the film. I felt like No Way Home, the last one, I felt like that was for us. I felt like that was 100% fan service movie. That was for the fans. This one, unfortunately, and I forget, gosh dang it, I forget who she plays again, but Florence Pugh, the actress, who is taking over, she's not Black Widow, but she's playing her sister. I forget who she does. She sums up the movie, unfortunately, and I don't know why they did it. They tell you right there, she says it. Unfortunately, this movie is small potatoes. This movie, the whole time, this felt like a Saturday morning cartoon. This felt like a side. And unfortunately, see, and this is why I love this. And I know that there's a million people doing reviews, but we can have different, this is why we all have different opinions. Oh, I love this. So that's how I felt in it. And unfortunately, while they did the cameos, I felt like they got them all wrong. I hated how they introduced the Punisher. I hated what they did to the Hulk. And I'm sorry, Jean Grey, are you kidding me? Jean Grey is not a side character. I'm sorry, and this is how it seemed like they tried to explain it, like because she's a teen, she doesn't have full powers. Totally understand that. But Jean Grey is not a villain. So if you're going to make her angry, I'm sorry, but this is where you put yourselves in a corner. Then you're saying Dark Phoenix is coming out. And I'm sorry, Dark Phoenix is all powerful, and you would need the whole team of Avengers, if not more. And now that makes me worried, because if Spider-Man can take out Jean, and I'm sorry, Jean is higher than Thanos. Like Jean is on Thanos with the full glove. I'm sorry, Jean can arguably be the most, people could probably make an argument. She is the most powerful mutant. She is the most powerful. So for her to be on a side quest, and I'm sorry, that's how I felt. That's how I felt this whole thing, that it was a side quest. It was a side quest.
But she was going after her sister.
I understand. I totally understand. Like
a sister is not a side quest.
No, but how they treated her, how they treated Jean and everything, because he should have needed everybody.
What about the X-Men one with the chick.
And I'm just worried for Doomsday because I'm sorry.
She
Because
was the
Doctor
bad
Doom,
Jean.
the Fantastic
She was
Four
the
take out
Phoenix.
Doctor Doom themselves, and now you've got the Fantastic Four with Thor, with Spider-Man, with Captain America, with more X-Men, and they're all going against just Doctor Doom. I mean, I get that he's going to be Tony, so he's going to be like a souped-up Tony Stark, but and the
I
trailer,
don't know
the
anything
trailer.
about Dr.
I know, and my son said the trailer rocked, but I'm worried. Like, dude,
You're
the
gonna be
Fantastic Four take Doom out themselves, and now they've got like 50 to maybe 100 other superpowered people with them just to go against Doctor Doom. Like, okay, but you better do it right, man. Like, they're putting themselves in the corner again. Even though I'm getting a shirt of they had this poster. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a shirt of it. It is awesome. He's like going in front of this mural, and you just see the back of him in this like gold mural. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a shirt of that. It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay, so anyways, but I'll get into depth of how, because we're doing a long one, and I told you we're getting into this. Okay, so my thing about some of the cameos that they did was the way that the Punisher got introduced, I think they should have just taken out that whole scene. I understand that Frank is a one-driven man, but he is an expert in military and tactics and all this stuff. He is not going to put other people in harm's way. He's going to kill every villain. I'm totally cool with him doing that, but he is not just going to be like blowing things up, doing that, and putting innocent people in danger. And is so just jokey, comical, like, like what? And I'm sorry, like, I'm not going to spoil the ending, but how they did it was like, it's something he would never do. He would never ever do that, and they ruined it because that is in the comics, but it's with a different person.
Are you trying to convince me?
And no, I'm just saying there's much more impact in it, and for so that they could get one scene. Which is in the comic, they ruined the whole ending of what, and people of the comics will know what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to give spoilers to what happens. But when they do, there's a scene where they are in Frank's home, and that is my Punisher. That's my Punisher. That's my Punisher when they're in his home. That was awesome. And so what I felt like was with these characters that they introduced. They wrecked them, and then they gave him like 10 to 15, and like with the Hulk, they gave him like 30 seconds to shine. But when you start from the negative and you only get a little bit positive, you're still I'm gonna get into the Hulk because he's one of my top 5, and you effed him. They effed him. They made up a little bit. But they were so far in the bottom that they didn't give him enough. Okay, so that's my the Punisher has a little middle part in his home. He excels. But another thing, the Punisher is not funnier than Spider-Man, and I know that it's more because I do think overall Tom is going for a more serious, and also I mean Tom's been playing him for a long time, so even in movie time, Peter's getting older, so I understand he can't always be quippy. And you don't always want him doing that, especially when he's just having a one-on-one talk. But in his fights, which they do at the end, yes, I got me and my son, we got our Spider-Man where he's talking trash. You gotta love when he's talking trash in his fights, because normally he's just gonna beat everybody, because he's awesome. And that's why I say, when it shined, it excels. It's so good. See it in the theaters. We already got the 3 out of 5, but we're just getting totally into it. Okay, so now we move on to the Hulk. And I'm sorry. He's always from so little, from the TV shows to everything, from realization. He was my number 1 at first until I got into Superman, but everybody does him wrong. They've had some glimpses. The Incredible Hulk, the one with Edward Norton.
So you don't like any of the Hulks?
No. So there are certain performances. The Incredible Hulk, the one with Edward Norton, that is my favorite overall Hulk movie. The one where I do think they got the Hulk the most accurate, but not in looks or anything, but they were going for the one with Eric Bana, because he, like, as he got angrier, he kept getting bigger, and they were 100% to the comic on that. Again, he looked like crap, and the movie was not all that great, but that was the most. And then the coolest one was the Edward Norton one, but again, I think he kind of took over the film and it made it rough. But anyways, And Mark Ruffalo, I love his performance, and especially in the first one when, oh my gosh, when he goes, I'm always angry, and he just, yes, but it's like they can only do it a little bit, and the more that they kept going with him, it ruined it. And even though, and this is very odd, is that my favorite overall movie, which again, this is a whole thing and it tells a lot about me, is Infinity War and Endgame combined. And if you think but you're Hulk, and it's like, yeah, they ruined him, and that's why I think it was the best that they just basically we don't know what to do with the Hulk, so he's out. Like, there you go, that's the best, because you don't know how to do it. So at least if he's out, you can't ruin him. Because in Infinity War, he has a fight with Thanos at the very beginning where he gets his butt kicked, which, I'm sorry, no, but Power Stone, I'll accept, because I know the point.
Are you a person who's super strict to comics?
No, because I haven't, because
you seem to be very strict to, if they don't match.
I'm strict to lore. I'm strict to lore. But I know how open that is, because the comics have run so long that it's so hard, and so people are basically taking this and that and this and that and this and that.
That goes to see movies.
I know, and that's why I say it.
I haven't read the comics.
I know, and that's why it can be totally cool.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying, as somebody who is so, that this has just been one of my guys. And there's just certain things I feel like, again, you can take anything from anything, but if you keep this kind of straight line, then you're good, because you can hit kind of almost everything. But people just kind of keep getting this right or this right, and it's just never a hole for me. And he's just so special, again, and I hold him too high because I'm a fanatic, I'm a fan, and I hold him too high, and they just can't get 100% for me. Unfortunately, they're trying, and at certain times for little parts, like they said, for the Incredible Hulk movie, there is so much of that I really do dig, and I wish they would have kind of expanded on that, even though he's too small. He's too small in that, even though I love how he looks.
The Incredible Hulk show?
Yes, he was
like a real,
just a real person.
Guy. So
yeah,
he
and I
wasn't
thought into
that
that.
big
No, I know.
compared to regular people.
But I know, but they were working with what they had, and because the Hulk's not the Hulk's huge. The Hulk's a gigantic monster. Anyways, okay, so they introduced us to him, and again, they do give him a time to shine. But like I said, to me, how it got introduced and how it all worked and everything, and second time through, it just totally did it, and it just set how I felt about that, and just that you just ruined him so much.
So you saw the movie the second time today and thought it was just as bad as you initially thought it was? You didn't think it was any better the second time you saw it?
No, I did. That's why I went from 2.7 to 3.
Because you initially gave it a 2.7
yes.
and you went up to a 3.
Yes, because
Three's not that good.
No, but it's still positive.
Three's not
and I'm telling people to.
I'm pretty sure actors don't consider 3s to be positive.
I understand, but that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, like, it was a talk, because I'm saying their lows for me went super low, but the highs of it are what's keeping it positive, and I'm giving it more positive than more low, and I'm still telling people to go see it, and I'm telling people to see it.
You're giving it a neutral score, really.
No,
2
I'm
to
not.
3 is neutral.
No, it's not.
If you're scoring from 1 to 5,
2.5 is a 50. I'm giving this.
Yeah,
I'm giving this at least a C.
At
least a C.
That C is not a good.
No, it's a positive. That's more than passing.
What people don't understand is when you tell somebody that they got a C and they're supposed to accept that as good.
And a 3 can almost be a 3. People can say a 3 is a B.
Mediocre.
That's a B.
C is mediocre.
Okay.
Yeah. D is
it's more than mediocre. It's definitely more than mediocre.
No, it's average. There's nothing special at all about average.
No, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying how I feel about the movie.
Score.
No, I didn't. No, 2.5 is average. 2.5 is average.
You gave it, okay, so you went up to a 3.
Yeah.
So you still gave it a meh.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
If you think it's a good movie, it would be at least a 4.
No, good is just positive. Good is just positive.
No. That's
that,
neutral.
see, that's how I feel. That because this is just fine.
You gave way more negative than you gave positive.
I know, but I'm still leaning. But look at I'm still leaning. So
that's why I don't like. My brain isn't comprehending. How do you give more negative information and feedback, but you still gave it a somewhat positive score, which really to me isn't a positive score. If I got a C, I would be pissed.
Well, good. I hope they are, and I hope they take that into consideration. And that's why I have to shout out the actors.
I felt like
I
did an A.
They did an awesome job.
Like
and
they have no control over the writing of what.
No, I know. That's why. And again, that's why we do this, Deborah, because I'm pointing out.
Yeah.
That the actors did so well, and that's why it's giving it.
When I hear other people how they like score stuff like that, because I consider myself to be a harsh person when it comes to scoring. You know, like
well, that's why because
I'm very hard on myself too. So when I see like a score, my brain mathematically has to make sense of it. And you gave a lot of negative comments, and so I'm like, okay. I can see that you would give it a low score, and then you said, no, it's a good score, and I'm like, no, 3 is not a good score.
Yes.
It's not.
Yes.
Not 3 out of 5 is not a good score.
Yes.
Listen, I work in HR, in math, in metrics. 3 out of 5 is not a good score. It's just not. It's not a good score. It's not a good score.
How can it not be good when it's leaning positive?
It's passing. That's not good. Passing is not.
Why?
It makes me feel like it's almost like those dudes that are like, I'm a good guy. No, just because you're not a serial killer doesn't mean that it's positive.
Whoa! We're trying to do movie reviews,
Deborah.
Movie reviews, Deborah.
3 out of 5 is not a good score. It's just not. It's not a good score. It's an okay score.
But I think, but you have to realize that it's because we're doing so, our number is so low to start. Because I think you're thinking more like I'm giving it maybe like a 6 out of 10. So when you have a higher number, like if we were doing out of 10, it would get more like a 7 or 8 out of 10. So we're only doing out of 5. We're only doing out of 5, so that's why I have to
match it.
No, I know, but that's why the 3 is so high. That's why the 3 is so high.
As 3 out of 5.
No, I understand that. That's why there's so much more importance on when it means to positive, because you have so few numbers to work with.
But you are giving it a 6 out of 10. You're giving it
no,
a 3 out of 5.
No, a 3 out of 5. Because
a 3 out of 5
fours and 5's got to be like because I'm saying
mathematically.
I'm really just telling you.
Exact number.
What?
3/5 is the same exact number as 6/10.
No, I know. I know. I know technically the math. I do. I totally get it.
What do you
mean
technically? That's the math. It's not technically.
No, but in a review you get it. In a review you get it because it's still positive. And I am saying go see it and put out the extra money to see it in a good.
See, if I heard somebody say the movie was 3 out of 5, I would not pay to go see it in the theaters. I would wait till it comes out.
Because
I don't feel like is enough for me to spend money. Movies are expensive. You got to go there. You got to get popcorn, a drink, the ticket,
okay, so 3
all that stuff. 3 out of 5 is not a recommendation. It has to be at least a 4 or above for me to spend money on a ticket to go see it. I have to look at that movie and think that's going to be a 4 or above for me to go spend money on it.
I can't.
I'm not going to spend money.
I can do 3.5.
Why would I spend money? Why would I spend that much money on a movie?
But it's not a
minute. Based on your recommendation.
Okay, you know what? You're right. And it's a Sunday morning cartoon. For me. But you said 5 out of 5.
Because
see, that's what I'm saying.
For me, if you just want a good action movie, you want to go out and you want to see a good action movie and you want the movie experience.
I want higher from my guy. I want higher.
This is an exact kind of movie that's great for not just you, but your family. You can take the whole family
to
this movie.
For kids, yes.
And
kids,
I feel
definitely.
like that is worth that.
And there is
everyone's gonna have a good
moments
time.
to cheer for
you're
the camera.
crying, you get all the emotions.
Yes.
But if you are a strict person that are really critical, it's kind of like the people that done all of the Game of Thrones books, and then they watch the series and they have this preset expectation of what the series is or what the movies are going to be like. If you're going in with preset expectations, I don't recommend doing that on any movie necessarily, but you might be more disappointed based on Corey's review. But for me personally, I had none of that. I honestly was impressed with all of it. And I really liked the direction that they went with the movie and the hope that it gave me for the next movie. So I feel like they did a good job of setting it up to keep going in the future. So
and my son has seen it, has also seen it twice, and this is in his top 5. I think he said it's his number 3.
Oh, okay.
My son said it's his number 3.
Yeah.
Yep. And on my first watch coming out of the theater, I did hear multiple people say, and I was going to put this in no matter what, that multiple people did say it was their favorite. So again, that's why I love doing this, because everybody, and that's again why I say, so I will do, if it'll get you out to see it, I will do 3.5. I can't go to 4. I can't go to 4. So if it's had to be 4 or higher to see it, you're like Deborah, I'm so sorry guys, I'm so sorry. But the positives are high. It has rewatchability, and that will always up it positive too. Is there anything else we should say? Oh, here's one thing, and here's another thing that did it. I was totally okay with how they did Peter and MJ. And I totally bought in. The 2 actors in the scene, they both give it all, and I'm doing it, and then it felt like they almost kind of made a joke, and I was not cool with that.
What? What do you mean? Great.
Oh, we're just saying it. We're just saying, okay, because they do a very, an extreme, like where Peter puts it all out. And the way they go with it is she doesn't remember she's gonna go, but they're clearly setting up the whole movie. And even as
don't tell what she does. You're talking about on the rooftop?
No.
Where she
No.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about after.
What joke?
Because then she's like,
oh, is that a joke? That was a joke?
no, well, they let it in, but it felt like, because you just went so emotional.
I felt like it was a realistic,
so
awkward moment when you break up with somebody or you have like
but it felt like it's like, what?
It felt like they were breaking up, but they weren't even together. So it was that the awkwardness of it felt really very
and
real
it's for me to just like.
Oh, see, I felt like it was totally how real, like awkward. Like if somebody tells you they have a crush on you and you're like. Okay, thanks. Can you give me a ride home now? It's kind of, or like, yeah,
I get that.
When you get rejected,
But that was just one that
you're
didn't work.
kind of like, I didn't think of it as a joke. I just thought it was a line in the movie. It didn't seem like a joke to me. I mean, it totally felt real. Like she was stuck in this boat. How else is she going to get home? She didn't take herself there. So obviously she was going to need him to take her back home. That felt very real to me, like a real world scenario. So I didn't even think that.
But I think it's because I've been set up a lot, and especially with these types of movies where they so often do want to do that. And they do want to do a very serious moment, and then they completely undercut it with a joke. Like
I didn't think it was a joke.
No, and that's great, and that's good, and that's why I could.
Line.
And this second time did feel better. It did feel more natural, whereas the first time really felt like a joke. The first time really felt like, what? Did you just make a joke? Like he just gave it all, man.
Yeah, she wouldn't do that to him.
Yeah.
You're projecting.
I know. I get into these. I get so into him.
Yeah.
But it's because I so buy into the dude. Tom Holland acted his ass off. He acted his ass off. He gave it all. Like he's taking it serious.
They do have good chemistry.
He is taking Spider-Man, and I will definitely give that up for him. He's taking it so serious, and he acted his ass off.
I honestly feel
that's why the positive shines so good.
Even if he were to never ever do another Spider-Man movie, which I hope he still does more, but he really has established himself, especially given the fact that it's been such a long period of time. I mean, I don't think any other Spider-Man.
Nobody else has had as much as he's had. He's had 4 himself, and he had like so much in all the.
Well, and he was so young
Avengers.
When he got it too. So.
Gosh, and they got it. So that's. But they set themselves up because they did it perfect on his first one, and they kind of. But
yeah, I'm impressed by him. But I was impressed by Tom Holland when he was in that movie, The Impossible. I mean, that was about the natural disaster, about the.
Oh, that's right. With
that was based on a true story with.
Oh my gosh! Yes, I remember seeing a behind the scene thing. Yes, right. He's just a little baby.
He was a little baby. Kid then.
Yeah, and he was kind of like a Christian Bale, where he's like, dude, like you see them young, you're like, dude, this guy's got skill.
And the fact that he's still
it's like Macaulay Culkin, like, dude, when you watch Home Alone, like, dude, he's rocking that whole movie.
Very like for considering all the chaos and stuff when you grow grow up in that kind of environment, you know. It's very easy to kind of get a big head of, you know, on your shoulders and, you know, think too highly
Oh,
of
heck
yourself.
yeah. If you cannot get
go
into
down the
your,
wrong road.
into the,
Plus, you're around a lot of other people that can, you know, be influential and stuff, and not always positive influences. So I'm actually impressed by him, that he's been so successful, and I like to see him and Zendaya together. They just, every time I
Yeah.
see like pictures or whatever of them together, they impress me a lot.
yeah, they got the chemistry. That's good.
Yeah, they're
they're
cute.
fun.
They're a cute couple.
That's why even
I'm anxious to see what their kids are gonna look like, because they're cute together. So
That's fine.
it'll be interesting. I'm getting old though. That's how old I am. That I remember when they were just kids, and now they're married.
I did want to give one more shout out to Shailene Woodley from Motor City. I know she's been in other stuff than Divergent. It's just and where she's been other stuff where she was able to have much more range in those films. So check her out in those. The reason I point out Motor City is because her performance in that just boom, like her and Ben Foster. It's just, I mean, it's something that just comes off the screen. And that's why I said that had she only been in it for her first little, honestly think she's only, her first little scene is like 15 to 30 seconds. And had that have been it, she would have stolen the movie. She's obviously, like we talked about, she is one of the main characters, so she's in it much more than that. But
did you ever dream about her last night?
No, but because what I referenced Divergent, and I want people to be like, dude, she was in, like, she's been in many
very different,
many more things. So I realized she was in many more things. So check those out too, where she actually has range. Because I think Divergent, while fun and action, kind of can limit you. It can kind of limit you sometimes because you're like, I have to play this character. Whereas in Motor City, she's naked, you guys, so go check it out. But also, she acts her ass off. Okay, you guys, we're all done. Long one. We got through Spider-Man, everything great. Okay, all of it coming at you. Like I said, we started the revolution. Stay scary, everybody. Coming at you. More reviews with the cutie.